This is red dead nettle. Red dead nettle. This is actually a wild herb that grows right in your yard. A lot of you are seeing it right now. If you're in Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, this is medicinal, can be used for lots of different things. It is not like stinging nettle. My garlic is coming up. If it stays warm, I'll leave it. If it does not stay warm, I'm gonna have to mulch it again and put some more straw over it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Insanity. So Garden 2017 is beginning. This is Thursday, and a Thursday in February, I guess it's the 23rd. Thursday, February 23rd, and I'm planting a lot of my seeds today. It's warm. It's supposed to be 75 degrees outside. Of course, right now it's a little bit chilly. I'm going to plant using my soil blocker. I do have these, which I'm going to transfer my tomatoes into once they start growing. I like to save these from garden projects that my husband has done since he's a landscaper. So I do have those that I'm going to plant in eventually, but today I'm going to use the soil blocker. And I hear there's a science behind getting the dirt and water ratio correct to get the soil blocks to stick together. But I'm actually going to use a raised bed or a raised container that we were planting in last year for my compost, because I've added rabbit manure to that all winter when we had the rabbits, and then I had it covered. So I'm just going to mix it up into a mix and use that since it's what I have readily available. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. So we're expanding the garden this year. This is our current walkway. We began digging it up last night. Okay, so here's how our current walkway sits. Let me show you. Our current walkway, we are in constant disarray here, goes out at an angle to our driveway. Okay. The new walkway is going to be in line with this. It's actually going to go straight up the hill. So I'm going to have all of this space to do flower beds and gardens. And then we may even do some kind of flower bed right here. Then I was thinking about doing some gardening up in this area. We moved the lawnmowers and stuff like that up in that area, but I'm not quite sure yet. But so I'm going to go ahead and plant seeds, and we're going to figure all that stuff out another time. But I am going to show you the process of this this project too. Not in this video, but maybe in other videos. So here's the dirt that I'm going to use. Let me change my hose real quick. I'm going to wet it down. And this goes down pretty far. It's a pretty big container. A lot of you have asked me what we container garden in. And I like to container garden in these big ones, but then we have some other ones that are smaller. Then we have a raised bed. And then we just use, some of them we just use big flower pots. Like for my herbs and stuff, I just use big flower pots. Alright, so I've loosened up the soil. I've got it wet. But honest to goodness, I don't know the consistency that this compost needs to be. When I squeeze it, it holds together. But it might need to be a little bit wetter. Let's see. So I think this consistency might work. I just went in here and dug out a scoop. It packed down really good. So let's see. I'm putting it on this tray. This is an old cookie tray, basically. Just turn it around. Start down here. Let's see how it does. Oops, am I doing it right? Here we go. Okay, so maybe it's not quite wet enough. I'm going to add some more water. I mean, it did stick together, but I think I'm going to add more water. So I've added more water. Of course, I'm doing this one-handed, and I'm going to mix it. Nicole right. There totally is an art and a science behind this. These look awesome. Like they're square, they're perfectly wet. They look great. These do not, okay? And so what happened was I did have to make it a little bit wetter, but then, you know, I was just scraping the dirt into it. The key is to actually like pick up a handful of dirt and put it into the holes and then smash it down really hard so that it's really compact. So that was the key. So I'm actually going to redo these. Okay, so here are my seed order from Baker Creek this year. I went ahead and ordered from Baker Creek just because I had already gone through their catalog. Didn't really want to go through other catalogs. I have Tabasco peppers, stevia. I'm going to try and grow stevia. Lettuce butter crunch, Stuttgart onion, Mama sunflower. They sent me cilantro as my free gift. Canter beans, which are green beans. Mini bell tomatoes, garden pea, lemon balm, and the mini gherkins. Now, I'm not planting all these today. The lemon balm, beans, I am going to plant the peas today. Sunflowers, butter crunch, and that's about it. I'm going to wait and direct sow. I am going to plant some peas today. I'm going to plant the mini bells, the gherkins. I'm going to plant, I might do the butter crunch. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to plant the stevia and the Tabasco peppers. This next batch turned out pretty good. This is the batch that I redid. So they actually look like square soil blocks. But I have some other items I need to plant too. So let me show you. This is my seed stash from past years. I have actually planted seeds that are 4, 5, 6 years old. So I have, these are seeds that I actually saved from a local farmer's market. I don't know what the tomatoes are, but I call them my Buckland tomato seeds because that's the farmer's market that they came from. So I'm going to plant those that I saved from some seeds that we got there. I am probably going to plant these large tomatoes. I have my black giant tomatoes that I'm going to plant. And what else is in here? I'm not sure if I'm going to do the large batches of cherry tomatoes. I have the mini bells. I'm going to try the mini bells for now. And let's see if there's anything else in here. Kale and stuff will be direct, so that always does very well for me direct. So, okay, so for right now, this is all I'm going to do right here. All right, we're all done. We'll take them inside, put them in the greenhouse. Okay, so these are going in there, and I need to get some zip ties to tie these down with. But for now, I think I'm going to be okay. That'll be a project for hubby. Oh, hubby, where are your zip ties? Okay, there's one set. Now listen, guys, this is my first year doing this. I normally use like the little seed trays, but I wanted to try something different this year. So I'm not telling you, hey, this is how you do it, but this is how I'm doing it right now. And I will absolutely tell you if it works or not. That's why I'm starting early. I can already tell that there is quite a bit of water, maybe a little too much water. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, but I did not water them after I put the seeds in because the dirt was already so wet. I had to make it so wet to get it in the blocks. But now this is afternoon sunlight. So obviously the sunlight right now is not good on this side of the house, but in the morning this gets an incredible amount of sunlight. And this is where I put my seeds every year. I grow my seeds in this window every year. This is the first year with the greenhouse. Let me tell you about this greenhouse. Let me back up here so you can see it. So this greenhouse, I got it at Tractor Supply just last weekend for $12, y'all. $12. And it was originally like 30 something. They marked it down to $15.99 and I got it for $12. So it fits perfectly right here in my kitchen. Surprisingly enough, Mark didn't say, oh my gosh, it takes up so much room. But, I mean, it does take up a lot of room because we have such a small kitchen. But it does fit perfectly here. So I'm loving it. So I've got those started. I'm actually the second shelf. I'm going to start my herbs inside and flower pots because there's so much space in between that I can put flower pots in there. So I'm going to go ahead and start my herbs inside this year too. I'm not doing it right now because I need to clean my flower pots out. But I wanted to get my vegetables going. So that's it. That was how easy it is. It probably took me like 30 minutes to plant. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. So there's 20 blocks on each row, on each pan. Awesome. Thanks for joining me today. If you have not yet subscribed, I would encourage you to. Make sure you hit the bell notification. That way you're notified whenever we post a new video. And you can watch the progress of the little seedlings to see if it actually worked. Also, don't forget to check out our Homestead homemaking series, which is awesome. And then you can catch me on Thursdays over at Southern Mama's Coffee Break channel. Just a candid chat with some other Southern Mamas like Tangy the Caver's Wife and Cherish from Hope's Homestead. So that's it for me today, guys. Hope you have a great day. Happy homesteading.